Your dog has been asking you for something every single day, and most owners never notice it. Not because they do not love their dog, but because they misunderstand what dogs actually need to feel safe, understood, and emotionally connected. Small moments like the first thing you do in the morning, the way you walk together, the tone of your voice. To you, these moments seem ordinary, but inside your dog's brain, they trigger powerful emotional systems that determine whether your bond grows stronger or slowly weakens. In this video, we will reveal 6 simple acts of love your dog hopes to receive from you for life. And by the end, you will never look at your dog's everyday behavior the same way again. Act 1. Why the first minutes of your morning matter to your dog. The first 5 minutes after you wake up may feel ordinary to you, but to your dog, those minutes shape their entire emotional day. While you were sleeping, your dog was not simply resting. Their brain was waiting. Dogs evolved from highly social animals that depended on their group for survival. In the wild, the first moments of the day were always important. Pack members would wake, check their surroundings, and reconnect with one another. Eye contact, movement, and small social signals confirmed something essential. The pack was still together. Even after thousands of years living beside humans, that ancient instinct still lives inside the canine brain. Today, your dog's pack is not a group of wolves. It is your household, and you are the center of it. Behavioral scientists call this social anchoring. Your presence acts as the emotional reference point that tells your dog whether the world is safe. So when you wake up and acknowledge your dog first, something subtle happens inside their nervous system. Their brain registers a simple message: my social group is here, everything is normal. Research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs who received consistent morning interaction from their owners showed lower cortisol levels throughout the day. Lower cortisol means lower stress. Lower stress means calmer behavior and greater emotional stability. The greeting does not need to be dramatic. A warm voice, a gentle look, saying their name. To you, it might feel like a tiny moment, but to your dog, it is the emotional sunrise of their entire world. And when a dog begins their day feeling seen, something powerful happens. Trust quietly grows. Act 2. Letting your dog read the world through their nose. Humans explore the world through their eyes. Dogs explore the world through their nose. A dog's nose contains up to 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have about 6 million. The part of the canine brain dedicated to analyzing scent is also proportionally much larger than the same region in the human brain. For your dog, smell is not just a sense, it is a language. When your dog stops during a walk to sniff a patch of grass, they are not wasting time. They are reading. That patch of grass might contain information about another dog that passed by hours earlier. It might reveal age, health, emotional state, and even what that animal ate. Imagine walking through a library where every tree trunk and sidewalk corner contains a different story. That is the world your dog experiences. Research published in Animal Cognition found that dogs allowed extended sniffing during walks displayed more optimistic behavior in later problem-solving tests. In other words, sniffing does not only stimulate the senses, it improves mood. This process is known as olfactory enrichment. Just as humans benefit from intellectual stimulation, dogs benefit from sensory exploration. So when your dog pauses to sniff, the moment is not meaningless. It is your dog reading the daily newspaper of their environment. And sometimes, the most meaningful walk is not the fastest one. It is the one where curiosity is allowed to lead the way. Act 3. How your voice calms your dog's brain. Your dog does not just hear your voice, they feel it. Researchers from the Budapest Family Dog Project discovered that dogs process emotional tone in human speech using brain regions similar to those humans use to interpret emotional communication. This means dogs are constantly analyzing the emotional meaning behind your voice, not just the words, the warmth, the rhythm, the intention. When you greet your dog with a soft, affectionate tone, something remarkable happens inside their body. Heart rate slows, muscle tension softens, stress signals decrease. This response is connected to the oxytocin bonding system, a biological mechanism that strengthens social attachment. Oxytocin is sometimes called the bonding hormone. It increases when dogs and humans interact through eye contact, touch, and gentle vocal communication. Your voice becomes a kind of emotional lighthouse. When it carries warmth, your dog's nervous system relaxes and navigates towards safety. When the tone disappears, the lighthouse dims. Your dog may not understand every word you say, but their brain understands something even more important: whether your voice feels safe. And when your dog hears warmth in your voice, they receive the simplest message a social animal can hear. Everything is okay. My human is here. Act 4. Playing with your dog in a way that honors their instincts. Many owners believe playtime is simply a way to burn off energy, but play is far more important than that. Play activates ancient behavioral systems that once helped dogs survive: chase, capture, retrieve, pursue. These instincts are not random quirks. They are biological programs written deep into the canine brain. Even a small indoor dog carries echoes of the hunter their ancestors once were. In natural environments, these instincts would have been expressed during hunting and cooperative pack movement. Modern domestic life rarely provides those opportunities. When instinctive drives remain unfulfilled, the energy does not disappear. It builds. Sometimes that energy emerges as chewing furniture. Sometimes it appears as anxiety or restlessness. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior shows that dogs lacking interactive play are significantly more likely to develop behavioral problems linked to stress and boredom. True play involves participation, movement, unpredictability. The toy moves like prey. The chase builds tension. The capture releases it. When you engage in this ritual with your dog, something important happens. Your dog does not simply see you as the provider of food or shelter. They begin to see you as a partner in one of their most ancient instincts. And that kind of bond is much deeper than passive affection. It is shared experience. Act 5. Giving your dog a place where the world becomes quiet. Dogs are social animals, but they are not social every second of the day. Like humans, dogs need moments of withdrawal, a quiet place, a corner of calm. Behavioral scientists describe this as controlled retreat behavior. In busy households, dogs experience a constant stream of stimulation: movement, voices, televisions, doorbells. Without the ability to step away from that stimulation, stress begins to accumulate. A study published in the journal Animals found that dogs given a dedicated resting space experienced lower indicators of chronic stress. But the most important detail of this research is often overlooked. The space must be respected. If the dog goes there to rest, the space cannot be interrupted. No calling them away, no sudden petting, no pulling them back into activity. When a dog retreats, their nervous system is shifting from alertness into recovery. It is similar to the way humans seek quiet after a long day. A dog who cannot rest cannot fully reset their stress system. Over time, that invisible tension begins to show in behavior. Giving your dog a safe place to rest is not a luxury. It is emotional oxygen, a quiet island in a busy world. Act 6. When your dog chooses to sleep against you. There is a small moment many dog owners recognize. You sit down, your dog walks over slowly. They circle once, maybe twice, and then lean their body against yours. Sometimes they fall asleep across your legs. Sometimes they press quietly into your side. It may seem like a simple search for warmth, but something much deeper is happening. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any animal enters. When a dog sleeps, their ability to detect danger drops dramatically. In the wild, animals only sleep near individuals they trust completely. This behavior is called contact sleeping. It reinforces social bonds within a pack. Domestic dogs still carry this instinct. When your dog chooses to sleep touching you, their brain has already performed a silent calculation. Out of every place in the environment, you are the safest. Research shows that physical contact between dogs and humans increases oxytocin levels in both species. This hormonal feedback loop strengthens attachment and emotional connection. So the moment your dog presses against you and closes their eyes is not random. It is trust. Trust made physical. A quiet declaration spoken without words. You are my safe place. Animal behavior is rarely random. What appear to be small everyday habits often reveal deeper biological and emotional mechanisms. A morning greeting reinforces social attachment. Sniffing allows your dog to experience the world through scent. Your voice regulates their emotional state. Play fulfills ancient instinctive drives. A quiet resting place protects their ability to recover from stress. And when your dog chooses to sleep against you, it represents one of the deepest expressions of trust an animal can offer. Of course, every dog is unique. If your dog suddenly shows unusual behavior, anxiety, aggression, or distress, it is always wise to consult a veterinarian or certified animal behavior specialist. This video is intended for educational purposes and should not replace professional veterinary advice. But the next time your dog quietly rests beside you, take a moment to notice it, because what may look like a simple nap is actually something extraordinary. It is the silent language of trust between two species that chose to share a life together. And once you begin to understand that language, every small moment with your dog begins to feel different.